Good morning. Welcome to our weekly live practice. My name is Joanna, if we've not met before, and each week we join at this time on this day to practice some style or type of yoga. So today's offering is a meditation and pranayama practice. And so you will need some props to make this supportive and comfortable for you. If you know that sitting on the ground is not a great option for you for a period of time, then you might choose to use a chair. So feel free to grab a chair. If you are comfortable on the mat, then you can grab a bolster or a cushion or meditation cushion to elevate the hips for meditation. I also on my mat have a blanket just for ankles and feet. And then you may also like to grab a block or two because we will move through a couple of asana just to break up the seated position and to make sure that we remain comfortable throughout the class. So those are all the things we're going to need. I will meet you on your mat to open. Make sure that you have enough layers on so that you are going to remain comfortable. And make sure that your room is set quietly and mindfully so that you can drop into this space of introspection. So I will meet you on your mat. Once you find your mat, we'll take Sukasana, or if you're in a chair, you'll do your best to sit in the middle of the chair and lift your spine tall. So you're not leaning into the chair, you are supporting the spine, you are sitting tall so that the muscles of the back are engaged. If you're sitting on the floor and sitting with the legs crossed and sitting upright like this just does not work in your body, then feel free to lean against the wall, maybe extend your legs forwards, but still make this as active a sitting position as you can so that we are alert and engaged. And start to think about the routing through your sits bones as you anchor to your chair or your cushion or your bolster. And again, if having a prop under your pelvis is not for you, then please feel free to remove it. Feel free to remove the blanket under your ankles and feet too. Just find your Sukasana, your tall seat. And once you've found that position, you are just gently closing your eyes if that's comfortable, or softening your gaze down towards the floor. Start to relax around your jaw and eyebrows. And continue to think of the rooting down quality through your pelvis and the lengthening tall quality through the crown of your head. Your hands can be palms facing down on your thighs for grounding, or palms facing up on your thighs if you're in need of a little more energy and light this morning. This opening seat is an invitation to check in, to scan through your physical body and notice how it feels to sit. to notice the mind and any activity and notice the breath. How are you breathing in this moment without altering it? It's important to make time for these types of practices where we place pranayama and meditation at the forefront of the practice, and we give asana more of a back seat. So much of our yoga practice in the Western world is asana focused. And sometimes these other beautiful and vital elements of a practice can get lost or can be an afterthought. So today we celebrate all things pranayama and meditation with the intention to become more grounded, with the intention to learn and listen from this amazing body, and perhaps to gain some clarity or perspective. Together, let's take a clearing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'd love for us to open our practice with Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. And for this practice, you'll want to take your dominant hand, and we're going to use that hand to create little plugs for our nostrils. This breath work is a balancing breath work, balancing the right and left hemispheres of the body. It stimulates the nadis of Pingala and Ida that reside on the right and left sides of the bodies. This breath work is balancing and grounding. It can help to clear and shift energy. If this breath work does not feel good for you in your body, then you can simply process a natural inhale and exhale in and out through your nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you might choose to either keep your hands on your thighs or maybe rest your hands one to heart, one to belly, and process and feel the breath in and out of your hands. If you're wanting to join for Nadi Shodhana, then with your dominant hand, you're going to use either your thumb and ring finger as plugs for your nostrils, or maybe your thumb and pinky finger as plugs for your nostrils. And your other fingers, so your index finger, middle finger, you can either rest them to your third eye in between your eyebrows, or you can tuck those fingers inward towards your palm so that they're out of the way. Your other hand can rest naturally on your leg, palm up or palm down. And just begin by bringing your dominant hand and your fingers in place, just hovering over the face towards the nose. Begin with a soft inhale through the nose and a smooth exhale. To begin, plug your right nostril and breathe in through the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Plug both nostrils at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you're finding that those counts are too long for you, or you want to take deeper breaths and count more, feel free. I'm going to maintain counting 4s for those that want it, but if your body is wanting shorter or longer breaths, then feel free to guide your way through, making sure you begin on the left side, holding at the top, breathing out through the right side, and then breathing in through the right, holding at the top, breathing out through the left, and repeating like that. Here we go. Inhale naturally through the nose, and exhale. Plug the right nostril, breathe in through the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left, right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. And release your hand. Take a smooth breath in and a full breath out. And just return to a natural breath. If you feel the urge to blow your nose or wiggle your nose, feel free. Just begin to assess the two sides of your body and bring awareness to the nadi at the center of your body, the Sushumna nadi, that runs from the crown of your head to your tailbone. This is our place of equilibrium and center, the place we're always striving to come back to, the balance of both sides of our body, the light, the dark, the warm and the cool, the yin and the yang. This transitions us smoothly into the Sushumna Nadi meditation. Sitting in your tall seat, begin to visualize this portal, this channel from the crown of your head all the way down to your tailbone, the Sushumna Nadi. This line of energy not only grounds us, but it also allows us to receive energy and light and inspiration. This channel of energy works in two ways. Imagine there is an opening at the crown of the head for this portal, where light can draw in and move out. This portal is not only a place where we emit our energy and frequency, but it's also a place where we receive new inspiration, new creativity, clarity. And so as you sit here in your meditation seat, I want you to visualize this portal from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. And then see that opening at the crown of the head where the portal continues to expand higher and wider into the sky. I invite you to think about the energy that you are emitting everything you're thinking, everything you're feeling is radiating from you. And it is shining out of the crown of your head. What does that look and feel like for you? And then notice this wide portal of light from the crown of your head, gathering information. Notice what is dropping back down this portal along the line of the Sushumna Nadi, back into your body. What are you receiving? What is being called to you? What is dropping in? If your mind starts to wander, just notice that. And when you can, return to feeling the anchor of your pelvis, feeling the lift through the crown of your head, and noticing that line of energy from tail to crown and up and out through the crown of your head. Continue to return to this place of center, this place of balance. And when you're ready, you can start to gently deepen your breath. And bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and toes, into your wrists. Maybe move the head a little side to side. Maybe lift your shoulders up. Move the shoulders down your back. And take a nice big inhale. And a smooth exhale. And let us move the body a little now. So remaining with the seat as it is, just begin to extend your legs wide. And this can allow us to iron out the creases in the backs of the knees if you've had your legs crossed this entire time, and add a little stretch into the hamstrings and inner legs. So if you're sitting on your prop, try and sit right on the edge of that prop, almost like you're going to tip off it, so that we can tilt the pelvic bowl in a forwards direction. Check that your feet are flexed, and if you feel there is too much engagement in the backs of your legs, feel free to bend the knees a little bit and maybe even slide some blocks underneath your knees. Your fingers can be on the floor in front of you for support, or you can rest your hands on your legs. Think about being tall, lifting up, inhaling your breath. And feel free to stay like this, or if it feels good, you could hinge forwards today and take your hands for a walk forwards. Only going as far as you need, where your shoulders remain relaxed, your spine remains long, and you can feel a gentle engagement into the pelvis and the backs of the legs. Once you've found that sweet spot, you can close your eyes and find a steady, regular breath. You just take 5 more breaths here. And then once you've completed your 5 breaths, starting to walk your hands back towards you and sitting tall. Inhale your right arm into the sky and lean gently to the left, sliding your left hand down your left leg or putting your left hand on the mat behind your leg for support. You're keeping your chest nice and open, your top arm nice and long, and you can either look down, forwards, or up, depending what feels good for your head and neck. Just enjoying a simple side stretch, waking up the side body and the back. Just taking 3 more breaths. Use your inhale to come all the way back up. Exhale in center. Inhale, lift your shoulders towards your ears. And exhale, move your shoulders down your back. On your next inhale, float your left arm up to the sky and lean gently to the right. Right hand sliding down the leg or resting on the mat. Keeping the chest nice and open, shoulders relaxed. Choose where you want to look. And take 3 more breaths. Use your inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, lift your shoulders. And exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Start to walk your heels towards one another. And place your 2 feet to your mat and have your feet your hip distance apart. Hands can be on the backs of your hamstrings or around your shins. Sitting nice and tall, we'll take seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, tilt your tailbone back, bring your belly and chest forwards and lift your chin. And as you exhale, start to round your spine and look towards your belly button. Do this twice more. Inhale, forwards and up. Exhale to round. One more cycle. Inhale to lift. And exhale to round. And come back to a tall seat. Bring yourself back into Sukasana. Maybe you switch the legs over now. And as you sit tall, we'll take a gentle seated twist. So take your left hand onto your right thigh, your right finger's behind you on the floor. Look forwards, inhale your spine. Exhale, start to turn your pelvis to the right, followed by your ribs, your chest, and your head. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, maybe add a little more twist if it feels appropriate today. Take 2 more breaths like this. Inhale, lifting and lengthening through the spine. And exhaling, maybe adding a little more twist. And 1 more cycle. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist. Use your inhale to come all the way back to center, and exhale, place your hands on your legs. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Second side, right hand on your left thigh, left fingers behind you on the floor. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale, turning your chest and your head all the way around to the left. Taking a big breath in and a big breath out. 2 more cycles like this. Inhale to lift. And exhale, maybe add a little more twist. And 1 more cycle. Use your inhale to come all the way back to center, and exhale to land your hands. From here, we're going to move into Brahmari breathing or bee breathing. This is a grounding breath work, and it involves us humming so that there is a vibrational quality in the throat, the head, all the way up to the brain. So for this practice, you'll want to close your teeth, but not clench your teeth, just gently close them, closing your lips, closing your eyes. And we'll take a gentle inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, you'll hum. So we'll all do this together. Everybody's inhale and exhale lengths are slightly different. So it'll make this ocean sound of humming throughout the space. Everybody going at their own rate. To begin, inhale through the nose. And exhale, hum. Take 3 more cycles. Last one. Simply notice how you feel now. Where are you vibrating? Where do you feel warm? Where do you feel steady? You can flutter your eyes open, move your fingers and toes a little bit. We're going to change the position of our bodies to come into a reclined shape. So you have the option to place a block where your head is going to be, and then place your bolster on top of that block. So your head will be slightly on an incline, your spine will lie on the bolster, and your pelvis will remain on the floor. So you can just change the position of your blanket or another block here, a low block, if you want some elevation for your pelvis. And then once your seat is settled, start to lower your spine onto your props until the back of your head is relaxed. Check in that this feels okay in your lower back. If not, you might fold your blanket a little more, or you might choose to remove some of these props. If your legs are comfortable in butterfly, bring the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. If that doesn't feel good, maybe adding some blocks under the hips or knees would make it more supported. Or you could always walk your feet as wide as your mat and rest your knees into one another. with your hands on your lower belly and your elbows to the floor. I want this to be a little more active than Shavasana, so choosing one of these options, keeping the knees bent. If you're not comfortable with the props, please just lie directly down on the floor, no problem. You might just choose to elevate the head a little bit, especially if you have high blood pressure or you get any dizziness or nausea or suffer from vertigo. You might choose to have the head a little bit higher than the heart. Finding your comfortable reclined position and closing your eyes. If it feels good, you might have your arms a little wider than your body with your palms facing up, shoulders settling down your back, supporting your heart and chest space here if you have props underneath you. Offering a little more opening to these front lines of your torso. We're moving into our second and final meditation for today. And this is called the cloud meditation. I want you to visualize between your two eyes, the space of the third eye, a blue canvas, a blue canvas, the color of the sky. This blue canvas represents the sky. It is clear of any distractions. There are no clouds, no birds, no planes. It is blue, blue, blue. Keep focusing on this blueness. But as we know, as we drop into the seat of meditation, the mind will at times wander away from what we're doing, away from this blue canvas. And so I encourage you to notice those thoughts when they arise, and you're going to simply place that thought in an appropriate cloud. For example, if the thought was irrelevant and not needed, perhaps your cloud will be quite wispy and light. If the thought was heavy, maybe your cloud would be thick and grey. If the thought was funny or silly, maybe the cloud is fluffy and bubbly, and so on and so on. When you've acknowledged the thought and what it is, and chosen a cloud for that thought, I want you to visualize the cloud moving across your blue, blue canvas from one side to the other until it is out of sight and you can return to that blueness in front of you. And then continuing to visualize the blueness until another thought arises. And you'll repeat that process of noticing the thought, placing it in an appropriate cloud, and watching that cloud move from one side to the other and out of sight and away from this blue space in front of you. And I'll give you time here now with this cloud meditation. If you feel like your mind wanders so far away from what you're doing, that's okay. Just return to the blue and start over. Always coming back to this blue canvas. And when you're ready, start to release that visualization and begin to add a little bit more breath into your body and then a little bit of movement into your fingers and toes. And from here, I invite you to slide your legs long and wide into a version of Shavasana, either with the support of the props remaining behind your back or removing those props now and lying directly on the floor. Letting go of these practices and allowing your body time and space to drift. Not holding anything, sliding any props you don't need out of the way. Make yourself comfy and cozy. And I will call you from Shavasana when it's time. Until then, there's no more to do. If you have longer to dedicate to your Shavasana today, then please stay as you are. If, however, it's time to come out now, start to deepen your breath and add movement to your fingers and toes. Add movement to your wrists and ankles. Take a nice full body stretch as you inhale. And exhale, hug your knees to your chest and rock on your back. Rolling onto the right side as you're ready. And slowly moving all the way up to a tall seat of Sukasana. And once you are upright, simply notice how this practice has supported you and how you may have benefited from time spent focusing on meditation and pranayama. May we be reminded that these practices can be at the forefront of our class. An asana can take a back seat now and again. May you remain in this grounded and centered space as you move throughout the rest of your day. It's my pleasure to guide you. Namaste.